This is no kidding, my first time driving one of these ever.
Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So today we're going to be looking at this brand new 2024 Toyota RAV4 Limited. Quick shout out to Ken Garf Toyota here in Cheyenne, Wyoming for allowing me the opportunity to get behind the wheel and get a good feel for this RAV4. This is my first time actually driving one, if you can believe that or not. I'm a Toyota enthusiast and I've never actually driven one of these. So in today's video I'll do an in-depth walk around, show you the exterior, the interior, give you my top 3 likes, my top 3 dislikes, and then we'll wrap up the video with talking about the resale value. What does it look like for the RAV4 here? And I'll conclude with, do I recommend buying one if you have an opportunity to? Stick with me. So let's start by looking at the exterior of this 2024 Toyota RAV4 Limited. Love the front end, love these headlights. I think they look outstanding. Kind of the black and darkened housing, that looks pretty sleek. It is a hybrid, of course, because you can see it there with the blue trim on the Toyota logo up front. On the Limited, you do get these pretty special looking wheels here, wrapped in some Grand Trek PT20 Dunlop tires. They look pretty nice. To kind of give you an idea of the size there, 225, 60, 18, so 18-inch wheels there. I think they look pretty sleek. Keep walking around. So the RAV4 was first introduced in the US back in 1994. So at this point, it's actually developed a pretty good reputation and really just longevity, right? You know, great fuel economy and just great peace of mind when it comes to that Toyota reliability that we've come to expect. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the exterior design. Some pretty simplistic fender flares, just black plastic, pretty simple. Does have the latest Toyota safety sense, which includes, of course, blind spot monitors here, you know, the adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, you name it. This one is the all-wheel drive version. Some chrome handles, driver's side gas cap. Now tell me what you guys think. I think it looks pretty sleek. Tail lights. Gonna give it down the side shot to look at the curvature of the fender flares. So pretty simplistic overall, but I think the subtle design cues make it look great. Let's pop the back hatch real quick. So as that's opening, you can kind of see we do have dual exhaust pipes out the back. And plenty of cargo space in the rear. It would be nice to see if they did a black headliner instead of tan, but c'est la vie. Some JBL sound system with speakers out back. Of course, your cargo cover there. It's pretty standard. Give you a side shot anyway. And let's look at this window sticker. So, right up front, this is why you buy a hybrid RAV4. 39 miles to the gallon. That's pretty incredible. And well, your annual fuel cost, not too bad whatsoever, huh? So the Limited here, it is a ruby flare pearl. That's the color. Again, all-wheel drive hybrid. There's your price tag. So just over $44,000. And the great thing about RAV4s, at least historically speaking, they hold value extremely well. So they kind of live up to that reputation that we kind of expect for Toyota when it comes to just reliability and having that great residual value. One more look out front, and then we'll go ahead and pop inside and check out the interior. So pretty standard key fob for Toyota at this point. pretty cheap and plasticky. Nothing out of the ordinary there. One thing to note is we do have the smart key system on all 4 of the doors here. So it is currently unlocked. So it's locked now just by tapping right there, and unlock, of course, when you just open the handle. So let's check out up front first. Check out the door card first. Nice leather material, very soft to the touch. You're gonna notice that immediately. Nice gray stitching in this particular example here for the Limited. And metal finishes throughout, which looks really nice, to include that door handle there. Kind of cool, it says RAV4 there in the side speaker. Let's check out these seats. So I can tell you, this leather is extremely soft and very comfortable. You know, and it holds you nicely too. So I mean, although very comfortable, it still is pretty firm side bolstering within the seat, I think. That leather carries up onto the dash, leather wrap steering wheel. Very nice to the touch all throughout the vehicle. Kind of a unique little, you know, dark brown coloring here for a little change tray or whatever you want to throw there. Very easy to navigate steering wheel buttons. Same goes for the controls down here. I love this. Toyota, I think, does this better than I think every manufacturer really, when it comes to just the simplicity of use and easy to navigate, very intuitive controls. So I like that. Your climate controls are right there, knobs, minimal, well, close to no, piano gloss black materials in here. Anything that would collect fingerprints pretty easily, just a little bit right here for the seat heater and seat cooler, right? Drive modes, your electronic parking brake, kind of nice. Let's look at the back seat. The nice materials and nice finishes carry on to the back doors, which is always great because that is not always common. Same nice leather in the back seat with the same stitching. Give you an idea of what 5.9 looks like back here. So plenty of room, as you can see, but it does have some cutouts for your headspace out back, which is nice. There's leg room. This is me sitting behind myself. I could probably go up maybe a couple more inches with the seat, but still easily 6-7 inches right here. Plenty of space. Pretty simplistic back here with your air vents, your charging ports down below. And I forgot to mention up front there, you do have a wireless charging tray there in the center. Sunroof on this one, not a pano, but a standard one, kind of a larger standard sunroof. Glimpse out back. So let's go ahead and start it up for fun. There's your seat adjustability there. Looks like an 8-way. All right, so foot on the brake, your push to start right here. And it'll just kind of buzz to life, given the fact that it is, of course, a hybrid, right? Toyota logo up there. But you see what I mean? Very easy to use, easy to navigate controls. I love that about Toyota. They do a really good job. So the engine just kind of purred to life there. Obviously, with it being the hybrid, when you're at low speeds, you're just on battery entirely. But when you get on throttle, that's when the the combustion engine portion comes to life. Not always a huge fan of this, like the tablet kind of stuck on top here, the iPad, protruding from the dash. I never really loved that look. However, it is still small enough to where it's not in your face and it's not gaudy. So I'm okay with it. And again, I do appreciate just having knobs for the things that you're going to use regularly, right? To include your volume and power knob right there. Full digital display. That's become pretty standard nowadays, guys. So if you're a fan of the analog gauges, you might need to get an older Toyota at this point because they're all starting to come with the full digital, which is nice, right? A little bit more responsive. Mirror here, have a camera mirror integrated within it. So Obviously that is with the camera on. Let's pop it back, and standard mirror right there. And your sunroof controls in here. Pretty straightforward, guys. It's a nice spot to be, and it's very comfortable. Let me know what your thoughts are on this interior. More of that kind of dark brown finish for the cubby trays there. Like that, nice to the touch. Just 2 cup holders. There's your center console here with a removable top tray. Anyway, not a ton of space in there, but still plenty for what most people use it for. Nice soft to the touch leather top to that center armrest. So underneath the hood we do have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, but of course with the battery pack strapped to it, making it the hybridized version of it here, allowing that exceptional fuel economy. This one here cranks out a combined net horsepower of 219, and it really is a very smooth power delivery. You know, when you're on throttle, it does kind of scream a little bit when you're in there, but overall, I think it's pretty smooth.
All right, we're gonna get on the freeway for the first time in the RAV4. Let's see how it handles this curve. Nice, very well planted. Again, you don't buy a RAV4 to go to the racetrack, but no, very well planted in the corner here. Now, it's definitely a pleasant place to be. Very comfortable. These seats are extremely nice in a Limited. Very quiet, plush ride. You know, the Limited here comes with all the tech, right? All the additional creature comforts, all the additional frills, really to make this an exceptional driving experience. So you have blind spot monitoring sensors over here. You have adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist where it bumps you in. You know, all the stuff that you really would expect from a modern vehicle, it has it within here. All right, guys, we're gonna do 0 to 60 real quick. All right. So you can feel that torque right off the get-go with that hybrid battery pack really propelling you with that instantaneous torque, and then of course the engine comes to life. There's 60 there. So you're not going to be winning any drag races with the RAV4 here, but let's face it, we're not buying it for that reason by any means. We're buying it for that fuel economy. You know, not to mention when you look at the safety ratings, we'll show those here either before or after this part, but kind of give you an idea of just how safe this vehicle is. And that's why a lot of people buy it, right? They buy it because they want to have that great peace of mind that if, you know, heaven forbid, an accident were to occur, you and your family members are going to be safe. So let's talk through my top 3 likes and my top 3 dislikes. Let's start with the good first. So for starters, I love the fact that you can get 39 miles to the gallon. That's a no-brainer. The fuel economy in this RAV4 is tremendous, and that alone really is reason to buy this. My second reason is resale. You know, like I mentioned, 1994, the Toyota RAV4 was introduced to the US market, and well, since then it has developed a really good reputation. Because of that, the resale values have sustained very high. And my third reason, you may not agree with me on this, but I love the fact when we get Toyotas that are built and manufactured out of Japan. I really appreciate that, because whenever we get a Japanese built Toyota, you can expect top-notch quality control, top-notch just attention to detail, and I have personally never had an issue with any of my Japanese built Toyotas that I've owned. I've owned a number of Land Cruisers, a number of 4Runners, several at this point, and they have all been exceptional. So those are my 3 likes. And this is the part where you guys normally want to beat me up, so take it easy on me. But my top 3 dislikes would be unique to me. The first one is I have 4 children, and personally, I can never make this work, right? And honestly, that's why I've never driven one. That's why I've never really had a true interest in buying one, because, well, I always had a growing family, and having several kiddos in a RAV4 just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, unfortunately. So, you know, for me personally, a dislike is I can never really buy it and never justify buying it, just given the smaller space of it. That's unique to me. The second one, I'll kind of make it a twofer here. That is that protruding infotainment screen popping up like a protruding tablet or protruding iPad. Don't love the look of that. It just feels tacky and it feels like an afterthought. Between that and the tan headliner, that's kind of my interior thing that I don't love so much about it. And the final thing is just the exterior design, right? I mean, I love the front end. The front end looks great. Tail end's okay, but just holistically, when you look at that side profile, I feel like Toyota could have done a little bit more to make it unique, to make it special. It just feels a little boring for me.
So let's real quickly talk resale. Honestly, this is a driving reason why a lot of people buy this. Obviously the outstanding fuel economy, but the resale value on these has always been exceptional. To the point where, I mean, it didn't really make sense to buy a lightly used one, because oftentimes that lightly used one was just like $1,000 or $2,000 less than a brand new one with 0 miles, right? Or during the pandemic anyway, even a lightly used one would cost more than MSRP on a brand new one. So the whole resale value has always been pretty exceptional. And during the pandemic, really throughout the last three and a half years, being able to get one of these was a chore in and of itself, let alone at MSRP. A lot of greedy dealerships were marking these up, unfortunately, especially like the RAV4 Prime, the Tier D off-road, like the top trims, to include the Limited here. A lot of dealerships were definitely taking advantage of people with this one. So I don't love that Toyota allowed their dealers to do that, but that's a whole different discussion, of course. But when it comes to resale, looking at them right now, you can get these pretty easily, right? I mean, they're accessible, they're available. This one's available at Ken Garff Toyota here in Cheyenne. They're very much available. So they're nowhere near as scarce as they were throughout the last few years. But even right now, when you look at a lightly used one, like a 2022 or 21 model, they're still just a few grand, $3,000 to $6,000 less, depending on the mileage, of course, than brand new MSRP pricing. MSRP has crept up along with everything, of course, but holistically speaking, if you're to buy one of these, you're not going to lose your rear end when it comes time to sell or trade in. And real quick, I'll plug this one here. I actually like the look of this particular RAV4 XSE a little bit better. This one is all-wheel drive as well, hybrid as well, and just about a couple $1,000s cheaper. So not much of a price difference, but I do love the white on black look. I think this looks pretty sleek. Let me show you the wheels real quick. Gloss black fender flares, where the other one does have matte black. Just blacked accents all throughout. Looks pretty sleek. So there's the price tag on this one. Again, just a couple $1,000s less, if not even really. So pretty close in price. RAV4 Hybrid XSE all-wheel drive. What do you think? Which one do you like better, this one or that Limited? So do I recommend buying it? In short, yes. I can't really honestly think of a reason why you would not want to buy this if this is the particular segment that you're looking in, right? It's built in Japan, great resale value, a great track record at this point. And when it comes to it being a hybrid, although I don't love hybridized technology, I don't love it within Toyota trucks. I don't love it in Toyota 4Runner, the Tundra, the Sequoia, the Land Cruiser. That doesn't feel right to me. But in this, it feels like it belongs. That platform feels like it belongs in this particular RAV4. It just feels right. So to answer that question, yes, I do think if you are in a position to get one of these at MSRP or better, why not? Especially right now, I think you can actually save a little bit on them. So I think they're a good buy. So we'll wrap up the video there, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this 2024 Toyota RAV4 Limited. Is this the trim that you would shoot for if you're aiming at a RAV4? If you haven't bought a RAV4 or have driven one, I definitely encourage you to check them out. If it fits your family nicely, I think you'll be very much impressed with it. Not to mention, with the hybrid here, 39 miles to the gallon is exceptional. So we'll wrap it up there. Again, shout out to Ken Garff Toyota here in Cheyenne, Wyoming for allowing me to get behind the wheel of this for the day. Definitely appreciate the opportunity to do that and provide you guys with the content. If you're interested in this one or other RAV4s, they have several on their lot right now if you're interested in checking them out. With that, I always appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. Your support means a lot, and I definitely appreciate you watching. Until next time.